Last time I was doing this, teaching someone raised up their hand. Well, I thought these were like shadows. Oh, why are you preaching about shadows? I'm like, well, I think I told you what the class was about. The question is, why are you in the shadows class? What's going on? It's like going into the pizza house. Like, this is pizza. Well, that was a revelation right there. I didn't know what it was. It was Pizza House. It is shadows. But there's something amazing about shadows. You know that? I'm going to show you right now. I have a shadow. We all have shadows. So this is the shadow of Messiah. And it is. It is. So in the beginning of the day when the sun is rising, if I'm standing right here, I have a shadow. Where's my shadow? The sun is rising. Just look at it. How long is my shadow? Very long. Glory. Hallelujah. Look at my shadow. Look at how big I am. So all the people who are jumping on the shadow, they're like, hey, I'm on the shadow. Glory. I don't know. Don't even know who he is, but I'm on his shadow. Earlier in the morning when the sun is over there, how long is my shadow? A little shorter? All the people on the shadow are having to move in. They don't even need to know where I am. At midday, when the sun, when is my shadow? My shadow. And all the people who've been hanging out in the shadow find themselves in me. And this perhaps is why I said, if the sun be revealed, he will draw all men. Glory! See, all I know is that if you hang out in the shadows of the king, you end up inside the king.
Dancing under the shadow,
Where is this in the Bible? Show me. Sorry, Moses, we ain't got a Bible yet, but we're going to work on that a little later on. You just better do what I tell you to do, because you are not people who are following the Bible. You are people who are becoming the Bible. You are not people who are reading the book. You are people of the book. And when you realize today that the book you have in your hands is actually a foreshadow of who you are today, it's going to really change and manifest things in an amazing way. But you need to understand. The sons and daughters of God begin by being students of the thing, but they never end students. They become that which they've been studying. See, when you understand the Hebrew culture, all rabbis do this. The rabbi walks around most of his life looking for people that can mimic him perfectly, so that when the rabbi dies, he has multiplied himself by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 people who can now begin to manifest the rabbi when the rabbi is gone. So when Jesus was looking for Talmudim disciples, he wasn't looking for people to follow him the way we would think. He was looking to impart sonship, so that when he left, the son would multiply. Satan killed one. He should have never done it because the son doesn't multiply himself. And if you begin to understand the things that Peter was doing, Peter at one point was walking down the street and his shadow was healing people. Come on, somebody. Jesus never even did that. What he did is Peter understand it is not I that live, but Christ who lives in me. When I walk, he walks. When I talk, he talks. When I touch you, he touches you. And God is always doing this, and that's the whole point, because there's a beginning, but there is an end, and you're the generation of the end. I'm gonna scream the birth of the bride. You see, there is the first man, Adam, and then there's the second Adam. And the first Adam is a reflection of the second Adam. See, first the natural, then the spiritual. We think that, oh man, this is really going to get messy now. We think that all Adam and Eve done messed it up, and as a result of that, now we're all suffering. Let me tell you something. Nobody messes nothing up for God. That ain't gonna happen. So I have to show Adam that there's something wrong, Adam. And Adam is looking around and says, man, everything is good, but something's wrong. You see, if the first Adam says something's wrong, it's because God is saying something's wrong. The first Adam says, I'm all alone here. Everybody has in me. I don't have in me. That's the reflection. God is saying, I know I am God and I'm all alone in this universe. I can't be by myself. I need me a bride. And so Adam doesn't even know what he's doing. He says, Lord, something's wrong. I don't want to say you didn't do it right, no, but something's wrong. Something's missing. Your creation has something missing. And outside of creation, not in creation, outside of creation, God says, let me show you something that you have not yet seen. Adam, I want to show you what's inside of you. There's something so beautiful inside of you that you can't see, because I need to take it outside of you so that you can fall in love with yourself outside of yourself. So Adam, you just hang and you go ahead and go to sleep. And Adam goes to sleep. And God is not creating another human being. He is bringing the most beautiful part of Adam outside of himself, the tender, the beautiful, the one who's connected with God in a way that Adam could never be. And so God brings this thing that looks so glorious, so glorious. And Adam don't know what to do with it. He's like, the animals are running away. You know, on this day, he don't want to leave no animals. He's just looking at us. He's just checking her out because he's seeing something he never saw before. He's seeing what was inside of him. The most tender, sweet, beautiful part of himself, outside of himself. And you know, it's so funny, we go to weddings and people say, this guy, man, shall live his mother, father, and joiner. What happened is, when he saw that was him, he clung to it to bring it back to himself. So when it says that the two shall become one, it's not two separate things. It's the one that was separated from himself, returning back to oneness again. But remember, he is a reflection of the second act. And so God forms this beautiful thing outside of Adam, and God never told Eve not to eat from the fruit. He told Adam. He brought Eve out after he told Adam, because he knew there's something inside of Adam that is so sweet and beautiful, and it's going to be intrigued, whereas Adam would not be intrigued by it. And the moment Adam sees what happens, he says, come on, man, we're not supposed to be eating from that. Come on, I talked to you about it. Man, but what does he do? And he bites into it, and he eats it. Why? Because this is the reflection of the second Adam. And when the second Adam saw that his bride had gotten in trouble, his bride had taken on sin onto herself, he took that sin onto himself. You see, he said, listen, I don't know what's going to happen, but if you die, I'm going with you. I cannot be Adam without my bride. Wherever you go, I go. Wherever you end up, I end up. And this is what Jesus did for his bride, because if we ended up in hell, he's going to break down the gates of hell to come and get you out. Wherever you go, he's going to make sure he gets you out. And it says, for this father, man shall be his father and mother. This is why Yeshua said, my God, why have you forsaken me? He separated himself from the Father. He looked down and said, John, behold your mother. He separated himself from his mother and his father, because he was about to give birth to his bride. Water and blood are always connected with birth. He's the second Adam that birthed a spiritual bride, and you are that bride. I can't logically with my brain even comprehend or explain. But I haven't come here to explain to you things that I understand with my brain. It's just really difficult for us to grasp that is Eve was the most precious thing.
I'm more sorry. I'm so sorry.
That God formed.
I don't know why I'm fucking
out of Adam.
I'm sorry.
Who was made in the likeness and image of God.
I really am the sorry son of a bitch, ain't I?
You're just picking on me. I'm trying to get so much done before.
Are the most beautiful thing.
You better put on the whole armor of God, girl.
It's on, babe. God.
You're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
I'm sure I will.
I always have a surprise. What am I going to do today?
For the first time.
Who we taking down?
Who we taking down?
And we are so far off from the understanding that we're still saying, show us your glory. What? The glory of a husband is his wife. What glory are you looking for? God is confused. That's like my wife asking me, show me your girl. Girl, you are a girl. I ain't got no other girl. We are the glory of God.
And through all the shame times, when the waters rise and they're raging, and it seems like the mountains are crashing falling into the sea. Oh, when there are times of shame, for sure they will come. I will never leave you, never leave you. I am your refuge, I am your light, I am your provider, I am your time, you are mine. I will be your refuge. I will be your strength. I will be your peace, your hope, your light, your confidence to sing in the midst of the storm, to sing in the midst of the storm. For I'm all around, I'm all around, I'm all around, I'm all around, I'm all around you, 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 I am all around you, I am all around, around, because I chose you. For you are decisions. I chose you first, and I'll never say.
Introducing SpeechAlarm, the most natural sounding text-to-speech software on the market. Hey, I'm Joey, and I'm one of the 30 AI voices from SpeechAlarm. You listened to this video until now, and you probably couldn't tell I'm not a real human voice. That's because I understand exactly what each phrase is saying, and I know how to put inflections in my voice, just like a real human would do.
Training. God gives us training. Oh, look at me, look at me, look at me. We're still driving and training. Like taking things off. No, we fall. No kidding. You gotta fall because you gotta learn how to ride this thing. We're rocking around with training. Training. Well, I accept the Lord. Nothing, stand with the truth. I'll never forget that day. Nothing, 79. I accepted the Lord and I've been a believer. All my life, praise the Lord. I accepted the Lord. It's been 40 years, you're still walking like someone who's got training. When is he going to walk in you and talk through you and manifest by you? That's what he's waiting for.
Sure, you can use them all for your voice.
Even when he's like,
Oh no, I don't want to take the glory of the Lord.
We'll put them in a pile of 3 yards.
That doesn't even make sense. You are the glory of God. How can you possibly take what you are? You are the glory of God. Oh, if he taking the glory of God. Like you can take the glory of God. I mean, that is so stupid. If you take the glory of God, you have to bring it somewhere where he is not. And he's omnipresent. Come on, somebody. Where are you going to put it? Where are you going to put it? Oh, we got to get back to work with me. I accept the Lord. I forgot. Nothing, stay with the truth. I'll never forget that day. Glory. You see, he's shepherd. That's great. But he's also a bridegroom. Yeah, he leaves the 99 to go find the one little lamb who's lost. Wonderful. That will never stop. But I know there's some people in here who are sick and tired of just eating grass, drinking water. And we're looking for something more than just being sheep somewhere. You used to pray, Lord, help me, Lord, this, Lord, that, Lord, how Jesus, Lord, Jesus, that, Lord, Jesus, Lord, Jesus, Jesus, please, Lord, Lord, Jesus. Somewhere along the way, something changed, and now you don't pray like that anymore. And you wake up in the morning and you say, "Good morning." And it says, "Yes, what do you need?" "Nothing." I just can't start the day without saying hello. Because you are the lover of my soul. There's a group of people here who are driving down the road. They used to listen to Christian music all day long, but now, no matter what song comes on the radio, it reminds you of how much God loves you and how much you love Him. You don't even know the difference between secular, because everything has become holy. Come on, come on. Get up, get up, get up, get up.
Oh, baby, now let's get down tonight.
And when I get this feeling, glory, somebody here know what I'm talking about. It ain't enough that He's my shepherd. It ain't enough. I know that He's done all that for me. But there's a people here who are longing for more. And I'm going to tell you right now, He loves His sheep. He loves them. He loves them. He loves them. But He ain't ever going to be intimate with no sheep. He will never sit there and caress the sheep hair and say, "Look how beautiful you look." No, you're a sheep. You just go next to His feet and eat grass. But He's looking for a people who are not interested in eating grass no more. They can't live if living is without you. I can't breathe anymore. Come on, somebody. Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no river high enough to keep me away from you.
Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no
I'd like to let you know that through the duration of this line, we will leave the seatbelt sign on for your safety and the safety of those around you. Found that out, but this is going to get really ugly soon. You see, the limit is, Messiah said, "If the heaven and earth pass away, not one jot or tittle shall pass from the word." When he's talking about the word, they did not have King James. They didn't. They didn't have Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. None of what is called the New Testament was written down. The Word has always been the Word. And it's what David spoke about in the 119th Psalm when he said, your Word is a lamp to my feet. Out of all the prophets, there's only one man who received a dictation from God face to face, exactly what to write. And the only man who ever did that was Moses. It is for that reason that to this day the children of Israel, you ask them what is his word, they're referring to the 5 books of Moses. John, a Hebrew man, is describing Jesus. And he said, in the beginning was the Word. This isn't Jew talk. This is a man who knows what the Word is. He's talking about Torah. He's saying in the beginning was the Torah, the Word. This is thing you read in synagogue every Shabbat. And this Torah was with God. And this Torah was God. And the Word became flesh. What this Jew is saying is, this thing we've been reading in the synagogue, Shabbat, 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 everything from one end to the other has been fulfilled in this man who has walked among us, and we realize he is God eternal. He is the Father. He is the Spirit. He is the Son. He is the full manifestation of the invisible God, and everything that oozes out of him is the letter which kills, becoming life in spirit. This is not a theologian speaking about the Word. This is a Jew. And the only word he knows is this thing that has been cast aside from this generation. This belongs to you, and it's been cast aside. And when it says in the book of Daniel that the enemy is going to change the times and laws, come on. There's only one law he wants to change. It is the law that God gave to Moses for his people, which is the full revelation of Messiah.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're waiting on Diana to join us. This is God Chat Monday night. It's kind of funny because we're not too formal. Anybody who's been here knows we'll talk about almost anything, but it's a good place to be because we love God. Now, in the description, we have a StreamYard. Everybody's welcome. We try to keep it somewhat God-centric, so remember that. You know, it's true we do a Wednesday night comic book show, but this is not what tonight's about, unless you want to talk about a godly comic. I'm going to have to message my wife and see what happened to her because she was supposed to join us. So I'm going to go over to my Facebook because that's usually where she is and just type hello. I'm sure she's sitting at the computer and got distracted. Or she's having technical difficulties and hasn't called for me. Oh, there it is. I am here working on sound. Just plug in the microphone and go, babe. It's plug and play. In the photograph here, you see I have long hair, but I'll show you. My hair is not that long anymore. It's growing, though. I could stay on camera, but I feel weird. Okay, hang on. We got Timothy in the back. I'm going to bring him up.
Dang right you do. What's up?
I'm just messing around a little bit, waiting on Diana. Oh, that's kind of
I
working.
see.
My green screen's a little weird. I got to adjust the settings.
So, when you guys refer to people in the Bible, or what he was saying, Torah, which is only a part of the Bible, he uses the original Jewish names, right?
He does in most cases, but he's, I guess you could call him, I don't know what to say, like a religious bilingual. Like he has no problem saying Moses as opposed to the Jewish rendition or any of the English anglicized names he uses commonly. But if you get into the nitty gritty with him, yeah, he knows them all and uses them in his own worship.
Yeah, I just met you grew up with Transformers, right?
The robots.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So the Japanese version is for Decepticons is Destrons, or like Optimus Prime in Japan is Chief Convoy, and you always have like somebody who wants to call it by the original. It's like, dude, quit trying to make yourself sound so like, oh, I call it Chief. It's like, dude, just say John, just say Decepticon, just say Optimus Prime.
One of the things I went through when I first got into this, what I call hybrid messianic, are the people who are like, you must pronounce the name of God as so, and if you don't, you are not talking to him. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. He talks to me when I'm Jesus, when I call him as, when I name him as Jesus. Right. He talks to me when I name him as Yeshua. He talks to me when I declare that he is, dude. In my conversations with him, I call him dude sometimes.
I bet you he laughs.
I'm sure he does, because it's like he's not a dumb God. Unless you're being belligerent, he knows who you're talking to. That's why I think a lot of people get confused, especially with the sacred name stuff. If you can't pronounce the name of Yahweh, he's not going to throw you out. If you say Yahshua, Washua, or whatever, and you're sincere, he's going to know, and he loves you,
Exactly. So it just kind of reminds me of like when you're talking to somebody who's in the Transformers and they say Chief Convoy. It's like, no, over here we call him Optimus Prime. I don't know where
Yeah, but I'm going to remember that one now. Next time I hear somebody who's all like into I'll be like, you mean Chief Convoy?
Decepticons, don't you mean Destrons?
Yeah, they'll be like, oh, yeah. And then they'll know them all, and I'll be totally messed up. So, Diana, you say the sound's not working. And I sent you the link. I did. It's got an American flag on it in Facebook. I
thought Rick would be here by now.
Yeah, I don't know. He's probably busy. It's a busy time of year right now because everybody's getting geared up for their next release. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm getting geared up. I know Melvin's coming, right?
Melvin 2 is. I should be hearing something from Vic soon this week.
Okay.
I'm trying to get a hold of
Diana
Sherman.
has entered my domain. What's up, hon?
You sent me the YouTube link, not the StreamYard.
No, I've sent you the StreamYard link twice, and the description to the StreamYard is in YouTube.
So, Melvin Half is Sherwin's. His country's in lockdown a lot.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard for him to get to a computer shop to scan it.
Right.
But I'm trying to get an update from him. I have a few other surprises in the works that I'm trying to get going.
So you're in Texas, though, right?
Yep, Salado, Texas. I'm smack dab in the middle.
Dang, we have like all these people from all over the world that come over here. Like we got Canadians, Americans.
Are you in Texas?
No, I'm in Massachusetts. Yeah, so up here, I'm like, they would consider me redneck because I'm not a tried and true, lefty. I would be the worst of the worst, I think. But
you pronounce the R's at the end of your sentence.
I do sometimes, yeah. But if I know where I am, I'll say ka.
Ka. Yeah, water.
Yeah. Hello, Diana. Diana, come in. Hi, Rick.
And did you watch? You probably were mad that the Patriots lost by 1 point.
Actually, I was a little bit because it was a stupid way to lose a fumble. But as a Patriots fan, I was quite pleased with the performance of Mac Jones. I think we've got ourselves a nice young quarterback who's going to mature into a very good quarterback. I don't know if he'll be, elite, but he's definitely better than Cam Newton, in my opinion. So
Yeah.
very excited.
However, my team won their opening game, the Seattle Seahawks. They won 28-16.
Well, they look really good this year. I've been looking at what's been coming out of their camp, and I think they got a shot. The problem is everything on the West is so tight right now.
What about their because Seattle always has problems with the offensive line.
Yeah, but if it's a good year, it's a good year. That's the way I look at it.
Right. W's a W.
Did you see that? The cat just got kicked off the desk. We're about to go
Oh,
live with
man.
Diana. Diana, you're muted.
What
Kit
up,
Kat.
Rick?
That's
Oh, no,
Kit
there's-
Kat. That's what you call Kit Kat.
That's what you call a Kit Kat?
Hey, I'm in double trouble here. Look at this. Hey, Diana, you're muted and you're looking like me. Okay, she's still muted. She's not going to answer me.
Oh no! Wait. I'll get it.
Oh no! Wait.
Oh. That's
So
like
how's everybody's week been?
Okay.
It's been all right. As you can see, my name is now Timothy.
He is Timothy.
Because everywhere I go, a certain person has to show up in the chat and say my name like that, and it's like, oh, my number one fan,
Oh, cool. You've got a groupie.
stalker, I guess, or a stalker / fan.
Yeah, you'll probably want to go with fan until they get dangerous. Wow, Diana, you look much better.
Yeah, that's an improvement.
Thank you.
Are you in God Chat tonight?
I am here, yes, but you guys were talking, and I didn't want to interrupt.
Well, tell us how your week went.
It was all right. It was busy. It's only Monday, so my week.
We had guests on Sunday night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was cool. I got to meet a Christian lady, Bethany, the artist, who will be working with us at some point. And that's exciting because she was really cool. And Krista was here. She was hanging out. Krista's the other artist / daughter.
You'll enjoy this. Look at this.
Oh, cool.
So how do we order those? Do you have them available, or are they just at the time of the crowdfunding?
Well, I can, if you got a PayPal and I got a PayPal, we can work something out.
Diana, make notes. We need to order one.
I will.
And actually, we're going to need to order two.
That's the John Dillard cover too.
Yep.
Ooh.
I love it.
So you're spending some money there to get that artwork.
Yeah. You can't. You got to spend a little, make a little. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. True enough.
No, see, I'm the crazy guy who went, I'll just try to do it all, honey.
No, it's just because you don't play well with others, honey. We know the truth.
Yeah, and it is starting to work out. I got to tell you guys, I know this really isn't a comic book chat, but God has really been leading me lately because Cluster Fudge is such a dark comic for me in little ways that like I get in these mood swings, but this is going well.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh boy.
boy.
Dude. Yeah.
You know what? Just for that, I'm going to share a screen with you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Ready? Here we go. So this is from 1 Peter chapter 3.
Mm-hmm.
I skipped all over. See, what happens is everybody gets caught up in 3 about the husbands and wives bit. Like this is where we all get lost right here. But right below it is something really cool. Finally, all of you be harmonious, sympathetic, brotherly, tender-hearted, humble-minded. Do not repay evil for evil or insult for insult, but give a blessing instead. For it is for this reason you are called, so that you might inherit a blessing. So, like, this really reached out to me in response to the little drama fest that I put on Wednesday. And this is why I didn't rip into anybody. I didn't try to hurt anybody. I just wanted to get it out there and where I stood, because we're not supposed to repay evil for evil or insult for insult, you know? It's like, it's so difficult to do sometimes. just to say, hey, I don't like what's going on, and this is how I feel, and not get not attacked. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah.
And it's like the only way to, in my mind, to get through something like that is right there. It's all in the scripture. It just tells you what to do. Push yourself through, get through a little bit of uncomfortability, and on the other side, it's really peaceful. I can tell you all week long since then, I've had a really nice, peaceful time. I feel like the big weight was lifted, you know?
What that was what? First Timothy, you said, chapter 3?
That was actually, I believe it was 1 Peter 3, 8, and 9. I closed the window. If it's not 1 Peter, it's 2 Peter, but I'm pretty sure it's first.
Well, I mean, as kind of certain people that have been following me around and trying to provoke me, they use the same stuff repeatedly, and then you go like, why do I get mad over this? It's just
Right.
It's a nothing insult.
Well, I'm finding I'm a very passive aggressive guy, so most of my stuff when I respond is so veiled that I don't even know if anybody gets it.
Mhm.
But that helps me feel a little better. It's kind of like a way of oozing pus out of a wound. You know, I get a little bit of it out. I kind of feel like I've, said my piece, even if nobody understood it. And that's okay. It's almost like just having to scream just to get some frustration out, only you're doing it more eloquently.
Well, I usually use sarcasm myself, but
Huh.
The sarcasm gets you quite a bit of deal, like rumbles and stuff, right?
I suppose so. I'm a very confrontational kind of guy. I'm trying not to do that, but
You know what? I don't feel bad.
You're
Diana,
like a knee-jerk reactor, right? Is that
yeah,
what
Diana will tell you I'm a lot like you.
Yeah, you react really quickly.
But at 52, I've gotten better. I really have. I have to say I'm not falling into the prideful pit, but watching the way my mind works now, things don't work out all the time. Usually it's a well thought out idea,
You got 12 years on me, so I guess I got 12 years to kind of work through that.
Oh, heck yeah. I asked Diana 12 years ago. It was a nightmare.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Timothy? Better to learn from Chris right now and get ahead of him.
Sounds like a plan.
Well, the thing is, it's all everybody. I think we're all on the same walk when we're with Christ. It's just a matter of where we are and how we're on it.
Yeah,
He's taking us all to the same place. The whole thing is to be one with Him and the Father ultimately. And it's like, but some people are in different spots. For instance, let's just say, Rick, let's say that you know the scriptures better than I do, right? Like you have them more memorized or something.
yeah.
That's cool, but maybe I'm better at weaving baskets. I don't know. I'm terrible at this, but you know what I'm saying?
Well, maybe I have them memorized, but maybe you get what they mean more when you come across.
In a totally hypothetical thing, though, like we're all headed to the same, glorious glory of God. We're all the glory of God, but it's all at different levels. It's just different stages. And I think ultimately when we get where we're going, we'll all pretty much be equal except for the crowns. There'll be the crowns after it all, but there is no difference between a Jew and Gentile in Christ. It's a big deal.
That's just to say. I think that's more just to say nationalities. They don't matter. The labels that most of us as humans put on things don't really matter.
Well, yeah, that's really the hardcore truth of it all.
The difference between Christianity and Judaism is that the Jews back then did not preach to Gentiles, and that's what kind of
yeah. You're right. That was a huge thing. They looked at Gentiles. Even Jesus had this disdain for Gentiles until he came to the that woman with the possessed daughter. And she was like, Jesus, help me. And I'm paraphrasing, but he was like, yo, get away from me, lady, or something. And she was like, but even the dogs eat the crumbs from the master's feet.
Jews didn't go out actively and try and make converts like Christians.
Right.
But
Oh, they would accept God-fearers and they would accept
Yeah,
animals amongst them.
but people could convert to Judaism even back then.
Well, it's even like now. I think if you were like a Gentile and the girl you were dating was Jewish, they would not look very kindly on that.
Normally you'll run into trouble, but here's the thing: it's just like Christianity in the sense that there are pockets, and some are bigger than others of non-Orthodox Jews. And what I mean by that is they're not really practicing. Like if you look, God forgive me, but at our own church institutions, we all have a lot of people within the organizations and the memberships that, you know what I mean? They're not really practicing. So it's kind of like, like I don't think there's Jews who, like, okay, our daughter, can I say this without getting into trouble, Diana? Our daughter
I
has
don't know
been
what you're
dating
going to say.
Yes, our daughter has been dating a Jew, and she's vocal enough that they know that she's a Christian, but they've managed to accept her. She's gone to a few of their their dinners, their Seder and stuff.
Well, they've accepted.
It's quite
her, of
amicable.
course.
Yes. But I mean, like
Absolutely,
in the
and
old days, though, it could have been much more harsh if they were more.
It depends, but it depends on the group of Jewish people that you're with. There are some that are very rigid's not the word.
Legalistic?
Yes, legalistic. Thank you, Rick. My daughter's boyfriend's family are wonderful people. They actually have a couple of I think some of them are married to non-Jewish people, and it seems to be working out just
right.
fine.
And they
So,
would, but here's
depends
the
on
thing:
where you're at.
they would be called non-Orthodox in that sense. Because Tim's right. At least there was a time, and I'm sure there are still Jews like this, where like the Gentiles are, what do they call it? Goyim. They're like
Goyim,
filthy.
yes.
Yeah. It's like the hardcore Jews that are heavily Orthodox don't look kindly on Christians. They think we're stuck in a cult. And oddly enough, it's quite similar to how like Christians look at Islam. We're like, oh, you're crazy. You're following some prophet that came hundreds of years after Jesus. Well, for them, they look at us and go, what are you, crazy? You're following some guy who came hundreds of years after Moses, even though it was thousands. But you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's kind of interesting how it's fallen out like that. But the Jews are going to come to know Christ. The ones who don't know him, it's all going to come together, It's just all in his time. And we can't, I don't know. As much as we want to, we can't push him any harder than he's going to go.
I got to say this. Hey, Rick, when are you going to make that symbol I'm looking at right now a button? Because that would be awesome.
I don't know.
You should totally do it.
The what
Yeah,
button?
you should actually.
My
the picture.
my logo has a button.
Oh yeah.
That would
That'd
totally
be
make
cool.
a great. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I guess I guess I would have to go check out custom buttons, custom size buttons.
You know what though? That would make a fantastic, just a little regular button. Diana bought a whole bunch of 1-inch Hero Shack buttons once, and I would want it a little bigger than that. But a little button that like has that pin across the back, that would be perfect. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep. They're expensive though.
No, are they?
Mm-hmm.
They don't
They
seem
are.
like they should be.
That's why we got the 1-inch one.
Oh, because they were expensive.
The metal buttons. You can do a cheap way out too and get the they're like this little plastic disc that you can actually add your own image to.
No, that's.
Yeah.
That's not what you're looking for, but I'm like.
However, I do think we should mention, since we're talking God inspired me to suggest to get a t-shirt press, and we pressed our first t-shirt yesterday. When I say we, I mean Diana. And this thing is going to be awesome. We have quite a potential to make some cool shirts now.
How good is it?
Really good.
It's better than what you get from Teespring. It's 15 by 15, which is larger than theirs, and the quality of the transfer we're using works so well because the press heats at a specific temperature, and you drop it for literally, I think it was 12 or 13 seconds, and you pull it up and it's done. It's like perfectly sealed into the fabric.
Yep. True story.
It puts it transfers stuff on. It doesn't like put it right into the.
It does put it into the fabric.
Yeah, it puts it in there. But what we have to do to prep it is I have an 1117 Epson printer, so I'm printing out things that are 11 by 15 and putting them on a shirt. And well, she's putting them on the shirt. But the sample one we did, I took it to work, and everybody I showed it to was like freaked out. It's like bigger.
Do you have the sample one that you did?
Yeah, I'm wearing it.
Well, maybe you show it up.
But look at the size of this thing. Like, this is a big gut that it's covering here.
Yeah.
My other ones, the ones we bought from Teespring, were literally like 2/3 of this.
So let me tell you guys two things. The transfer that we're using is actually for a dark shirt. And that is why it looks great. I love the way it looks. And also when I positioned it was my first one, I need to drop it down 2 inches from the neckline, which I didn't do that. It was very late. It was last night.
We are going to try the one for white fabric as well, but all we had was the color one, and I think it looks fantastic.
White shirt.
And I don't know how the white regular one will transfer. We're going to try it, but this thing here is just...
If you can figure out maybe a cost and that you think it might cost to, sell, like, if I can get, I guess I'm thinking maybe if I can get them through you instead of through Teespring.
You know what? How much money do you think you're going to spend on t-shirts?
Who?
Rick.
I don't know. I know right now, depending on the quality of the T-shirt at Teespring, it varies in price. So
no, but I mean, like, how many do you expect to sell? Do you think 220, 200?
I don't know. I try to get. I right now I have my Teespring store, and nobody's buying anything off that.
Right.
Unfortunately, and maybe.
Here's the thing: you can get a press for as low as 200, but I think ours was about 300 to 400, right? Yeah. And then we can like literally go find T-shirts locally at closeout sales and all sorts of stuff. We have to do the transfer print, which means I finally have a use for the big printer that I've had for all these years that I don't use nearly enough. But the prints, between the prints and the press, I'm just like, I can't wait. We're going to do so many cool things with this thing. And she has an embroidery machine that we have to get started up, which we're going to be able to start like putting cool little touches, like the little H logo on the sleeve or something, like a little tag type embroidery thing. Mm-hmm. So that every T-shirt has that official H on the corner here. It'll be really cool.
Yeah.
I'm babbling a little, but
yeah, you are. But
that's because dead air is boring. So somebody else needs to talk. Let me breathe.
Well,
hey, Lorenzo, what's up?
Howdy.
Hi, Lorenzo.
Hi, Lorenzo.
Howdy.
I'm waiting on the show, brother.
So I tried adding Vic to the Sleek Stackians DM group, but somebody there must have him blocked from, who knows, could be from years ago.
I'll check, but I'm positive I don't have him blocked.
Oh, I don't think it. I don't.
I definitely don't have him blocked, so.
I don't have him blocked.
Oh, wait, I'm not part of that group.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have him blocked because I don't have anybody blocked.
Well, I must.
Well, you're not in the group either because George ended up blocking you, and then I kicked you out of the group. Unfortunately.
Hey Tim, I gave you a glowing review, and I said you were a very nice guy and very funny. And
thank you.
What else was I going to say, Lorenzo? I have to tell you, Friday night I was itching, and I was going to stream, and I was going to do the fake sleeve stacking show. I was going to get on with a sleeve stack icon and just demand that Lorenzo show up and make this show validated. But then I thought better of it, and I was like, no, my friend might not understand if I
Then his
goofed
wife
around.
said, "No, let's tell you the truth." Then Diana spoke up and said, "I don't think that's a good idea. I don't
She
think
didn't see
that
the
you need
humor in
to
it, so I
pressure
didn't do it.
him." No, I said he's going
Yeah,
to do it when he's ready to do it. He's got some stuff
I
he's got
know,
to
I
figure
know,
out. So
I know.
stop.
But I was still going to play with it and do a
Well, I
short.
don't know if you can hear that in the background, but I have to have my air conditioner on, and that's on low. It gets noisier when it's on high,
Then
which
it's not
I
is
that bad.
can't hear it.
It's not that
Neither
bad.
can. No, not on low.
people
Anyway.
complain about it in Discord. So when I'm talking to Discord server, people seem to
We
be
got to
able to
get
hear
you
it.
a tiny violin track that you can play when they complain. You know, the little ring, because bro, you don't sound bad. And besides that, you're a sleeve stacking. They got to understand. Damn, lizards can't
Well,
be out.
it's
You gotta have the right air temperature for a lizard.
well,
humanoid.
this time of year it's been I mean, this year's been particularly bad in Michigan as far as the humidity. One would think that me being a lizard, I wouldn't mind, but
Well, I'm sure it's all the pollutants in the air that affect you more than
well,
the
that's another issue is air quality.
Yeah.
I've been out certain days and I had a hard time breathing. I don't know if it's the pollen or what, but it seems
Do you
better
wear masks?
indoors.
Do you wear masks?
You
don't have to answer
well,
that.
I wear one in the store, but
I wear one all day at work because of the
Oh boy.
requirement. And I tell you what, I
Me
do
too.
enjoy taking it off and breathing freely.
Yeah, that can be difficult with a mask.
Although I have a favorite, like I like the paper ones best with the little wire in the nose because I can breathe freely. It means that there's no medical or scientific purpose for it, but it's all cosmetic for other people. They see a mask and they relax, and they're wearing their masks wrong too. And so I'm like, okay, that's cool.
I know some
Everybody-
people.
Go on.
Oh, well, some people say that they haven't been getting as many colds lately, or any, even with
Right.
wearing
The
those
biggest
masks.
thing
So-
about the masks is it doesn't do anything for COVID, but man, it does a lot for phlegm and like spittle type delivery, because colds aren't generally, as far as I understand, they're not as aerocytic or whatever you want to call it. Like COVID is all aerosol passing, whereas colds, they can pass through aerosol, but most of it's through like mucus and things getting thrown at you from someone coughing or sneezing, and it gets in your air wind, and but but the masks would certainly help keep your phlegm down and your spittle in your own mask.
I don't know what the deal is though, because it does seem like some of the Asian countries where they were wearing masks, didn't have as big of a problem. And I'm not talking about China where it originated, but I thought maybe like South Korea or
in Japan too. They
Japan. So I don't know if they've got. So I don't know what the deal is. I think certain types of masks seem to work. So I don't know.
Certainly, like the N95s and better do a lot more than say like your mama's cloth made mask or the the 50 pack that you got at Walmart or whatever it is. Scientifically, the COVID particles have been small enough to get through the common mask. It's got to be like a N95 or better. And really, if we're going to get stuck doing this, I'm telling you, somebody's got to come out with a good looking, fashionable helmet that delivers clean air that doesn't make you choke. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to happen because we're Americans, we're spoiled.
Yeah, preferably it'll make you sound like Darth Vader. That'd be really cool.
Well, think about the options there, though. Like, I could see the eye helmet and the Android helmet going at it, and the eye helmet would have Siri, and Android would be like, yeah, well, we have voice changer, and we can do this and this and that.
Then what was the band? Was it Depeche Mode that were those?
How about
they're
Darth
just making
Helmet?
they're just making it so much easier for bank robbers, though.
That's true.
I like it when I like those bandanas. I don't know how well they work for the virus, but it looks like people are about ready to rob a train, which I don't condone.
Right, but everybody looks.
I don't think the trains go slowly enough for somebody to get on the back of a horse and ride them anymore. But
You know what the one positive of the masks have been, though?
What's
People
that?
got to make eye contact to understand who they're talking to. It used to
That's
be
a
you wouldn't
really
have to
good
look so
point.
hard. Right, but I've made more eye contact with more people, and it's magical because people don't make eye contact, but when they have to, oh wow, people just warm up. They get like way different.
yeah, I know, and it's kind of difficult for those of us on the spectrum sometimes to make eye contact. But this might actually encourage us to do so more often.
You don't use the trick. Oh, let me tell you about the trick.
Trick.
So I have this trick I've done ever since I was a little kid, where literally without having any visible change, I can blur my eyes. So I can look right at someone's face, and as long as they're not too close, I can get them out of focus and stare completely at this blur without any of the, oh my gosh, I'm looking in their eye thing. But I have gotten better about it because once I get over that initial, like, oh my gosh, I'm looking right at the person, I can start to like unfocus it. And then I can start looking at people. And once I look at you once or twice, I'm pretty much okay. It's that initial look where I'm like, ooh, because you're looking into somebody's soul, like eyes are the gateway to the soul, man. And like sometimes you pick up some dark stuff and it's like, ooh, you are in trouble, my friend. And those are the weird ones. Like, how do you help them? You really can't do much. You got to wait for them to want help,
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And terrifying to think about.
You don't blur your eyes though?
I don't think so.
Of
No,
course, most people don't do what you do.
that's pretty advanced trick.
It is advanced. You told me that once when we were dating.
Yeah, because it was how I was looking you in the eye without freaking out.
Oh boy.
I got better at it though.
Or was that
I believe that's Tim.
It is Tim.
Yes, he's changed his.
Yes, it is I.
Oh, awesome! Well,
very funny.
I got to tell you guys, I have had a great week. Very productive, very rewarding. It's like Tim mentioned, the Patriots lost, but I just felt good about it. You know what I mean? I was like, that's okay. They've got a good quarterback. I have nothing to worry about.
And Seattle won, so I'm doing awesome.
Yeah, that's good. And so did Tampa Bay, which is kind of funny, but I want them to be doing really well when they get to New England on week 4 because I want New England to trash them. By then our defense should be tight. I don't know. I'm hoping it will be.
So what sport? Is it baseball or football or?
It's football, sir.
Oh, so it's football season?
A real
Yes,
sport.
American football has started. Not to be confused with worldwide football.
It's a sport that separates the men from the possibly Canadian.
What about? Wait a second. Yeah, the John Candy had a
Yeah,
team
Canadian
up in Canada.
football separates the men from the wussies.
Actually,
Yes,
though,
so
Canadian football's tougher.
Canadian football's interesting, though.
it's a
No.
metric, right?
What's that?
Isn't it in meters instead of yards?
I don't know about that, but I know they have like 3 downs.
Kidding, Rick.
Yeah, we have to make the 10-yard thing in 3 downs instead of 4. We have an extra 10 yards on our field, flag
That's
on either side. And I think our ball is smaller than yours.
Hey, now let's not get personal.
I thought this was God chat. What happened?
Oh no! It was him. It was him. I had nothing to do with that.
It's wordplay, man. You know, there was a point in the Bible where 2 guys wanted to call down balls of fire from heaven, and Jesus said no. Do you remember that? Yeah.
That is so going on your record when you get to the pearly gates, sir.
Yeah, I'm trying so hard to like smooth this out, and I know that somebody's got a little letter going in. Did you hear what he said?
But
So, honey.
So what?
Share something holy with us.
That's like nothing like putting me on the spot. What do you mean share something holy?
Hey, did you check out any of the Messiah chips I was playing?
I did not. I was busy getting ready for the Comic-Con.
There were some good ones in there. There was the sexual healing one, which is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about sexual healing, but he's talking about intimacy with God and the difference between a lamb and like like the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning that Jesus loves his sheep, but like there's more to it. Like we can rise up and do more than just like constantly. He calls it grazing or grazing, gauzing, eating grass. I don't know, what do they call that? Grazing, grazing.
Grazing. Oh my God.
Grazing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just trying to keep it God centered, and that's what I remember. And that was
I
a
don't
cool
mind.
one.
I'm just saying.
So the CFL doesn't use meters, Rick?
No.
They don't use what?
So you actually use yards instead of meters. That's interesting.
Well, yards are superior because 3 feet versus a meter. Ooh. I'm kidding, of course. I think the metric system is far superior. It's just
we never
the
learned
West.
it in school. The Western
Yes,
world.
we did. Oh, some of us did.
For like science class, it was used, but then like for other things, I don't remember being taught other than in science.
The thing to remember is it's really just it's more simplistic than our system. It's just that our system, we live in the middle of it. Like if you look like the way we break up things in fluid ounces and stuff, and versus it's just crazy.
Well, things like
are very specific.
Well, like I think like a foot actually was originally based on someone's actual foot.
Yes, it was.
and so
yeah, how do you think it got the name?
Whereas with metric, it's all base 10, and that part makes it easier. But it might not be quite as easy if you're like using your like finger for like I don't know, whatever you're using some body part. It might be a little easier to use the
way the ages have changed. I think more kids now, especially with the video game knowledges that they have that are all 10 based, like they can understand the 10 base easier than, I don't know, we have a quarter and 3/8 and 7/5 and 7/5.
Yeah, because with the fractions and stuff, that can be. I mean, it's a lot easier than I think. Like, I got a calculator. It's real easy to use, like metric.
Well, those fractions make are easy, probably even easier to calculate when you're using metric. Like 3/4, so that's 7.5. 10.
Right.
Yeah. So Rick, what do Canadians use the old system for? Like, I mean, imperial or whatever, like, or kind of like what we use in the U.S.
Well, I think a lot of places, like if you go into the grocery store, a lot of times they do show things in, like for weighing stuff in pounds and pounds and grams, because we still have a lot of old school people. I probably swing more for weighing something more to pounds, like in that.
Same here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's interesting because I know that it seems like I know that, and then I said it seems like it's how about I say it's my understanding that different English-speaking countries have adopted metric to varying degrees, and will still hold on to the other more English-style measurements.
Well, I think it's very. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I grew up in the crossover of it, from the old to the new. It is.
Well,
Go ahead, Diana.
I think it's interesting on how they measured in the days of Jesus.
Well, they measured using cubits, right?
Cubits, and I'm like.
Yeah. Well, remember the scales and the weights. There's a thing in the Older Testament, where God doesn't like uneven scales, but it was about the way they would like rig their weights so they could get more favorable weights for the market. And if you
Oh.
got caught with those, oh Lord, you would get in trouble. You know,
Well-
here it says half, and you've got, you know, and it weighs a whole. Why is this? You know.
That's
Yeah, well,
interesting.
people have done that today too. Rigged weight.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and that happens today, and you know.
So I don't even remember that was that in one of the like Leviticus or Deuteronomy, or
It's way back there. I can look it up. Hang on, let me find it.
because that's pretty interesting. I mean, it makes sense that even back then people were swindling other people.
Of course, people were still full. They were still
Yeah.
sinful even back then.
But I know I'm not sure, but I'm not sure. Like in the temple when Jesus overturned the table of the money changers, I don't know if they were giving a good exchange rate, or if they were taking advantage of people there, or if it was just the idea of.
No, it was because they were taking advantage of people. You know,
So it wasn't just that they were making it easier for travelers. You know, if you're traveling from a long ways, you might not be able to bring an animal with you to sacrifice.
No, like they had like a temple currency, and they charged they a bunch of extra.
Oh yeah, because
they get transferred.
You couldn't use it in the shops, could you? Because it was like you probably had to use like Roman currency or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever the local. I mean, because I forgot that it was only good in the temple.
To make the bushel smaller and the shekel bigger, and to cheat with dishonest scales, so as to buy the helpless for money and the needy for a pair of sandals, and that we may sell the refuse. And that's where my pace stopped. But yeah, I'm looking at it. There's a couple of spots where they talk about scales and balances and stuff.
Which chapter was this one from?
That was Amos 8:4-6. Here's one from Micah.
So this 6. Is are these like some of the prophetic books?
No, these are all Old Testament, like they would call them minor prophets and stuff.
Oh yeah, so the minor. Okay.
So this one,
it wasn't. I knew it wasn't the Torah.
No, the Torah was the Torah was like the law of Moses. This was
So the way it was phrased seemed different than.
So check this one out. Can I justify wicked scales and a bag of deceptive weights? That's like hitting exactly on what we were talking about.
And it sounds like there could be both a literal and a figurative.
Oh, definitely.
Of this.
I've been told a lot of Hebrew is like that too. Not just in the religion, but the language itself.
Yeah. And, well, I know that Jesus used a lot of like parables, and he used examples like that maybe shepherd or like fishermen would understand, but
right,
depending on who his audience was, like. And was it in Galilee where like they were fishing, like right. Peter and.
Hey, Ryan, did I get it right?
I'm not going to be on here for too long to waste you guys' fucking time, but I don't know what the fuck happened. I think that I've been beating my dick for too long.
What the heck?
Well, he's got a masturbation problem, and Diana at that point cut the conversation for appropriate reasons. So God bless you, dude. Get some help. I understand the problem. Porn is an addiction, and so is masturbation. So
is that what he was talking about? Or I thought maybe it was
I think so. He said he was having problems beating his dick, and it's kind of an adult topic and not necessary here. But if you do need help, you can reach out to us, email, and we'll hook you up, bro.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But good job, Diana, because I didn't even I wasn't looking like that. That was good.
I didn't even do it on purpose. Seriously, I didn't mean to do it. I was going from Facebook because I was checking the Facebook chat, and Jerry Stein was in there, and he said, Please PM me with what you bought for shirts. He goes, I came in and heard that you two pressed your two t-shirts together. I thought I was in the wrong room for a minute. That was like 20 minutes ago.
Huh. So, what material are the shirts made out of?
Whatever one we choose.
I just
Well, I
picked them
mean,
up.
are they
It's
like
not-
pure cotton or are they a
They're
mixture?
like, they're what's the name brand? They're not Hanes. They're Gerard Gil starts with a
Gildan.
G. Gildan.
Because
They're
because
Gildan.
like because depending on the material, it depends on what size I wear.
It's
Like
a
if it's
cotton
cotton,
t-shirt.
it shrinks, and so
Yeah, are you?
I get
what
a
are you
size. I
getting?
get one size a size bigger if it's cotton than if it's.
Hey
Yeah,
guys,
they
I
won't
think
shrink too
Bryson.
much. They're
I
not
think
meant
Bryson's
to
trying to
shrink.
come back in, but his device disconnected. Hang on.
What?
Okay, so we have someone coming in. His name is Bryson.
Okay.
Let's see what's happening. Hey, Bryson.
Good.
Ooh.
You thought that hoe was open.
What's up?
What's that? How you doing, man?
What's up?
You gonna sing? Cool.
I'm not sure what's up, but I hope you. Oh, you're gonna sing.
That's what I said.
And that leader top shot. Hey, it's all a part of the game. You gotta play your cards right. One more.
Oh, he's recording a rap song.
And that leader
Yeah.
top shot. Hey, it's all a part of the game. You gotta play your cards right. Don't get caught without the pipe all night. Lurking on sight. Never go without a fight. Win or lose or wrong or right. Protect your life. Cause I Debo it like it was just a bite. 2 Cuban links just like I'm titty boy. Right around your city boy. 2-tone boogers up in my face look like a chipper boy. More money, more problems got me feeling like I'm Biggie boy. Diddy boy. Now you see why these hoes get jiggy for me. Try to post up on this block. I bet I wanna allow it. Come on. Let me do it. Yeah.
Ah,
Oh, very
I would
cool.
like to hear that with music, brother.
Have a drink. There you go. Wet your throat. Very cool. Maybe you'll sing it a little snappier.
Hey, man, send me the track when you mix it up.
Sounds good.
One more.
One more.
Hey. Turn my vocals up a little bit more.
This is actually pretty interesting.
Yeah,
And then
we're
lead the
very
top
blessed.
shot. Hey, it's all a part of the game. You gotta play your cards right. Don't get caught without the pipe all night. Lurking on sight. Never go without a fight. Win or lose or wrong or right. Protect your life. Cause I Debo it like it was just a bite. 2 Cuban links just like I'm titty boy. Right around your city boy. 2-tone boogers up in my face look like a chipper boy. More money, more problems got me feeling like I'm Diddy boy. Biggie boy. Now you see why these hoes get jiggy for me. Try to post up on this block. I bet we won't allow it. Migrate that nigga off the lot. We put him on the island. We need some silence. Suppress it when it start riding. Ask you driving. Have you ever even did a robbery? Not your whole man. I'm the boss man. Not the dope man, but we bring the propane. Had a scope on it, but he hit him close range. Stormy days, but we trying to bring some more rain. Let me do it. Let me hear it though.
Awesome, man.
Very cool. Thanks for sharing.
I'm gonna be Googling you, man, per your friend. He said Google you, so we're gonna check you out. That was great.
Yeah.
God bless you, bro. That was bad as shit. I can't wait to hear that.
Uh-oh.
We lost him.
Oh, that was cool.
Oh no, we didn't lose him. He's right here. He's right here. We didn't lose him.
It sounds so compressed. I don't know why.
Oh, that was cool.
Why it sounds so compressed?
So, dude, are you multi-tracking and stuff? I don't think you can hear us.
No.
So yeah, sometimes somebody will be like multicasting and show up on YouTube and then show up on some other social media platform. And
It's weird
Like
though. I
road,
can't
and then
seem
it's
to
like
get him in this
this.
view. I can only see him if I do this.
that's why I was wondering if you maybe was in a loop or something. Oh, I see. You're saying you can't just have them as like I see with StreamYard, you have to like zoom in on him in order to see him. That's interesting.
Maybe he's not supposed to be in our room. Maybe he went to a different room.
I don't know. I just reset the connection. You're more than welcome to come back, bro, but I had to switch it because it was weird. Like, you
Yeah,
see
that's
how we
interesting
are?
that he couldn't appear in like one of the like the side panel. He had to
Hang on, I think
he
he just
had
came.
to
Oh,
zoom in
no.
on him.
It's weird. He comes in, then it says no device is connected. and then he shares a thing, and I think he's kind of.
Yeah, I wondered if he was multi-streaming.
What's up, man? Oh, see, they're giving us the music now.
Well, that's quite good.
Not your whole man on the balls brain, not the dope man, but we bring the propane. Had a scope on it, but he hit a close range. Stormy days, but we trying to bring some more rain.
Wow, that's
tight.
I don't think he can hear us though.
Like overall.
Yeah, that's
No, I
unfortunate.
think Lorenzo's right. They must be multi-streaming into multiple streams, because I can't put him in as a user, but he's sharing a screen at the same time.
Yeah, that's interesting, though. I mean, wow, that's better. The music is better than most hip hop these days.
Yeah,
it was quite good. I think it was quite good. A lot of the stuff I'm real picky about hip hop. You know, I'm used to the stuff from the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
He ran it through auto tune and it worked great. Okay, This one is, we got EDP 445, but I think it's the same deal. Another device not connected. I think we're visited by multiple people.
But that was interesting.
It was fantastic. Yeah. What excitement,
man. I thought so. What was that guy's name?
Bryson.
We can go back and look, I'm sure. Bryson, but he comes from something named JVON Hobson. So, yeah. Well, oh, wait a minute. Here it is. NLE Choppa. See it? Hang on. I'll paste it in the chat.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll check that out.
So, anybody out there?
I get the feeling the guy was doing some self-promotion, but it's always good to see people they're doing their own, doing like DIY type stuff, you know. The people have there's stream after stream where people complain about Hollywood or whatever. And there's all these indie people out there who are doing their own thing. Well, like what you guys are doing.
Oh yeah,
your own comics.
He's an American rapper from Memphis, Tennessee. He rose to fame in January 2019. His single was Shada Flow, which was certified platinum by RIAA. Peaked at number 6 on the Billboard. He's got
that's really impressive.
Labels: United Masters, No Love.
Yeah, that's cool. So
that is awesome. So it was like on the Billboard charts.
Yep.
That's
incredible accomplishment. How do you say that? How do you say?
Let me check. He's got a Twitter account. I would say Neil.
We're gonna have to end up following him. He doesn't know what happened. When you fall into God Chat, brother, we love you for a long time in a spiritual agape.
I was like hey, look, is that like a Full Metal Jacket quote?
No, not really. I was just kind of playing. But see, I still don't think he can hear us, but
does he even know we were watching him?
Well, I think he can hear us because he is typing in the private chat. He's just not talking to us.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, because sometimes people just
he wants to come back in, Chris.
Yeah, he's back in now. What's up, bro? Look, man, you're the star of the show right now. You got the big screen. Oh, we lost him. I swear to God, that wasn't me.
So yeah, some people there was some guy who called into a show, but he was like streaming using like Instagram or something or multi-streaming or something.
Yep.
And it was just in a loop. I think it was a last match. Somebody who called into a last match show one time. Could be wrong about which show.
That's cool, but if you look him up, if you look that name up, I think it's the same kid. It looks like the same kid.
I'm sure it is.
Okay, well, that's cool.
Man, see, we were blessed.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Bryson, God bless you, brother.
People out there. A lot of talented people.
I'll be back. I'm going live on Instagram with my girl.
Good luck, brother.
Funny.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who will I don't know if there's a lot of people. I'm just making up a narrative.
He's
There
gonna
was this one other guy
multi-screen.
who was like live streaming. He was streaming
Chris.
his Instagram, but the guy was in a loop though. So I think it was
Yeah,
like
I thought he
maybe.
might have been too, but then
But this guy
the
wasn't. This guy was definitely appeared to be live. So
He said he's gonna multi-stream with us, whatever that means.
I don't know. We'll be careful because this is a God chat, and
Uh-huh.
but what a blessing it was. I'm sorry.
yeah, it was interesting.
Like I like meeting different people, especially here.
Yep,
Hang
he's
on, we
back.
got someone else. Big picture here. I'm going to add. What's up, Bryson?
Look at
Okay.
that's his girlfriend.
Hello, sister.
We're not getting any volume from them.
Yeah, no
No.
audio.
No
Hang on, let me
audio.
see if I don't think I can do anything about that.
What a cutie pie.
Yeah, there's no volume.
No.
I can mute screen audio, but oh wait, I hear her.
One time.
My phone's big.
I don't think she's talking to us though.
Phone's it there.
Okay, that was crazy.
Oh, they're just doing their thing.
I know, but we got to get focused here. We're in God chat.
We got an hour in, so yeah, we got to get focused.
Yeah, because we don't have much longer. We got work in the morning.
So, guys,
Or refocus because we were talking about godly stuff till that stuff popped up.
Right, and I mean it's had its time.
Yeah.
God bless you, Bryson. We look forward to hearing from you again.
Yeah. So
but-
that's the downside to some of this multi-streaming is in some cases you can't always hear what people are saying or they can't hear you or.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to get, hey, look, I exist. You know.
Yeah, that was brilliant from a marketing standpoint, and
yeah.
Definitely. So next week I'm going to be gone, guys. I won't be around, so you're going to have to make sure that you help support Chris if he does the God chat.
Oh, wait, you're not going to come in? You're not going to come in?
I'll be on the road driving. I
Won't be, no. You won't be behind the wheel. Mike will be driving.
I can come in then. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. I can tell you what state I'm in.
Yeah, like crazy or crazier or.
I was
Terry.
thinking around the same way.
I think they're insane. They're driving to Florida with an estimation of what, about 18 hours you guys want to make it in? Diana?
Yeah, about that.
So
Terry's
it's
in the God chat part. He said, encounter things that may tear you down, push you through, or build you up. Each will affect individuals differently.
What are you talking about, honey?
Terry posted. Mighty Geek Studios posted.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Terry?
Jeez Louise. Holy
My
cow.
name is not Louise.
Could be. And then Brian said hello again.
Hello. How are you? Okay, so I'm pasting the StreamYard link. For anybody like Terry who might want to join.
Well, I need to drop out. I need to eat some food.
Well, Lorenzo, brother,
leave
know that
prematurely, but
know that we love you, and I almost
I love you guys too.
So we'll see you later.
Yeah. I hope to get my back to streaming soon.
If you don't,
Especially since this weather's going to be hopefully less humid one of these days.
Right.
So it's September,
Because
so-
it's been real humid this winter, like not winter, summer. Yeah. One of the worst summers on. It's like the most humid summer on record or something.
Oh man,
here in Michigan.
Man, I just got an update on Melvin Half.
Tell me it's good.
Gonna be awesome, just like everything else I do.
There you go.
And the latest guy that's been talking in the private chat is different than I think the singing guy.
Oh, there's someone in the
There
private.
was
I'm sorry,
Bryson, and this is Brian.
Okay, let's bring him in. What's up, brother?
It's
Hello
the
again.
same.
No, it's
the
another
same
guy,
dude.
but you're the White Sox guy. Oh, he left. I didn't do that.
That was the same guy who was like,
Yeah, I know. I remember, but maybe he had something new to say, or
yeah, I don't know. But anyway, have
I got
a
muted.
nice evening, everybody.
you too, brother. We'll talk to you later.
Later, Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, take care of yourself,
care.
okay? Go eat something good.
I will.
Bye.
My bad, man. I didn't mean to cut. I didn't mean to interrupt anybody.
Oh, I think everything's good. But yeah, like at God Chat, we always have to be open to try to let people come back in, because I think a lot of times, not like that's what these guys were doing tonight, but we've had a lot of people come in aggressively, and when they realize, like, we'll just kind of go, oh, okay, then they chill out, and then we actually get to know people sometimes.
I think in that case, you guys were getting trolled because it was the same video.
Yeah, we might be. Yeah, it's possible.
But
Well, I think Terry told you to behave. He's calling you Chrissy now.
I don't know if that's Terry or not. That says Chris T. Look at it.
No, it says Chrissy.
This thing here says it's from Chris T.
No. That's me. That's me. Look at Mighty Geek Studios. Dear
Yes,
God.
I saw his.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Uh-oh.
I'm asking him, does he mean Chrissy?
Hang on, you want to talk to Kwame Brown?
It's probably Quam, but yeah. Hello.
Kwame.
I done wet up my hat.
Yeah, it looks
I
good.
done got my hat wet.
I'm sorry to hear that, but you
hey, man, cool shades.
have a cool head now.
What's up, y'all?
We're just hanging with the God Chat. How about you?
You're gonna do something funny?
I don't think he's real. Hang on, let's bring him back. I think the video will reset if I bring him back.
I've been out here chilling, listening to all this backlash.
Hey, listen.
Let me let y'all see me chilling.
Why is it daylight where you are?
That's how I like it when it ain't a lot of people out here.
It must be in like.
Listen, I just
California or
muted the
something.
audio. He's gonna talk no matter what. He's not even paying attention to us. Like,
I think most of these things I think most of these things are like that.
Yeah,
they're broadcasting, but we're getting
got
the
my back,
audio. But
appreciate it. Yeah, I saw you on.
He said since I don't know how to say the guy's name, not Nile NLE Choppa.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
Here, so I'm here. How do you say
Some
his
of
name?
them said.
How do you what?
How do you say his name? Look me up.
You mean
I think it's
NL Choppa?
Kwame Brown.
I am going to look him up.
And
I don't even know.
I think that's Kwame. I'm not sure. He might be the basketball player.
He is the basketball
Over his
player.
opinion?
He's the basketball player.
You want everybody to go along.
So he's talking about something. A bunch of people are watching him, but he's got nothing to do with God Chat. He doesn't even know he's in God Chat.
Yeah, I think it's just a video because I mean.
Yeah, now we're getting hit by something.
How is that happening?
Yeah, what we could do.
Using a bot or something like that.
What you could do is we could shut down the stream and then start a new one.
I could, but this is kind of funny.
I just think somebody's
this is so funny.
Because
trolling you with you.
I'm gonna block them if they come back in and do the same thing. I can.
Hey, listen. In the private chat, they're literally saying, since NLE Chopper was here, so I'm here. Look me up, Kwame Brown.
Okay, so honey, there's a thing called a bot.
Yeah.
And a bot will literally send text messages programmed just to interact. So, like, if they just tell it to say, hey, y'all, like, look, it could be in any chat. We could have been talking about Avon, and in our private chat, it comes up, hey, y'all, since NLE Chopper was here, so I'm here.
Crazy.
Look me up, Kwame Brown. What's up, man? Oh, that's you.
Is so funny. Chrissy. Is it because of his long hair?
Yeah, I know. I look kind of British there, don't I? Like old British or something. Maybe Viking. I could be Viking there.
You look like an old heavy metal dude from like the late 70s, early 80s.
Oh, what's that one band? What's that one band? The guy just died not too long ago. Time to play the game. That one. That song.
Lemmy.
Yes, Lemmy from
Motorhead.
Yes, I could look like that a little bit. Not enough tattoos though.
You look like a biker guy, or maybe Fat Thor.
Yeah. I definitely could have been Fat Thor for Halloween that year.
You could be a Viking warrior for Halloween. All you need
Well,
is
the way they are in video games now. Did you see Thor in the video game?
Nope.
Oh yeah, he's got a big gut because that's the new thing. They're saying that all Vikings must have had big guts because they drank a lot of mead. And other people are like, you realize they were battle-hardened warriors, right?
Their whole idea of heaven was to die to get into heaven, where they'd
Yeah,
fight and drink forever.
Yeah, it was Valhalla. That was their,
Yeah.
you go in like a warrior.
And if you didn't die in battle, you don't go to Valhalla.
Well, yeah.
I was going to say maybe that's the thing with the Vikings themselves having big guts, but Thor is supposed to be a god.
Absolutely.
So I don't think, I can't imagine a god having a big gut like that.
Okay, so I know this is God chat, and we talk about our God, but if you ever notice that Greek gods and goddesses, their statues were always like the perfect physical, like the most perfection a human being could be, physically fit and all that. So that kind of whole Fat Thor thing just doesn't work.
Well, it also tells us a little bit about ourselves. We still have that in modern mythology, which is basically superheroes. The difference is we know for sure that there's a God, and we know for sure that Superman is a created character, Captain America is a created, you know what I mean? There's no doubt in our mind where those came from. Back then, it might have confused people when they had this rich lore, but it was really all the fake gods were pop culture, or it could be fallen angels too. We could talk about that if you wanted to, but a lot of it.
I just know that Hollywood spits on my culture.
Oh, Hollywood's a joke. Yeah,
or
they're
it could
terrible.
even be that some of the gods were based off of some human, godly human, look at Samson compared to Hercules,
Yeah.
But,
I argue.
My mom has a theory that most likely Hercules is based off of Samson, but skewed a bit, of course.
Right. It's possible. I mean, until we get somewhere where the library can truly tell us that, aka heaven, we won't really know. Because if there's one place that we'll trust any information from, it'll be heaven.
Go ahead.
Journalism bias.
I said this. I said I can see why Christianity eventually took over the Scandinavian countries, because in order to get into Valhalla, you had to die in battle. If you didn't, you'd go to somewhere else.
Right.
And then in the Christian faith, all you had to do is follow Jesus.
Yeah. Terry's right about this too. The Mr. Olympian, and the Olympics are all tied to that in some loose way, which I've never been fond of. By the way, I've never been a big Olympic guy.
Did you just burp, Chris?
Absolutely not.
That was rude.
He totally did.
It was the dog. Bad timing. It was a mistake.
So I'm just getting ready to wrap up in a little bit.
Yeah.
That's
so we need to talk about any prayer requests, thoughts, comments, things we need to think about.
How about keep my projects in your prayers?
Absolutely, bro.
Because I would like them to go forward and be successful.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, success is kind of funny because the more we look at it, just look at the products that have really made it, like whatever level you're talking, right? And you'll know what I'm talking about in a way. But some of the most successful comic stuff, which can be anything from, of course, The Simpsons on up to He-Man, up to Marvel, up to DC, up to Melvin or Cyclopean or Canadian Cross, all of us.
Canadian Cross.
I got that wrong, didn't I?
You're combining my company name with my main character name.
Shield. But truly, any one of these could take off, and like the art quality, while we all want the best, can be just the style. Like if you find the right artist with the right style, it can make your whole image that much easier to present, even if it's not photographic realism or whatever. It's just that it's such a wide thing. So the point is, the biggest thing is going to be the characters and making them something that people will relate to. I think that's what I'm looking at, though. Like it's the key to popularity, really. Like with kids, they relate to all sorts of easy things, like Diary of a Wimpy Kid or Underpants or any of those.
Yeah.
But it's all in the character, You can't just hand them scribbles and say, "Here you go, kid. That's my character," because they'll laugh at you. But if it's got a story with it, yeah. Just remember that you don't have to do superheroes. No, Terry, I disagree totally. Only to the extent that I'm talking about myself. I always have to do superheroes. In fact, I'm thinking about doing an adaptation of a passage from the Old Testament, and I'm trying hard not to do it in superhero form.
What adaptation? Or are you talking that thing that you've been talking about from your pastor before?
Well, the 24-hour comic, Rabbi Peter suggested that I do the Return of the Ark into Jerusalem, where David celebrates in loincloth, and the daughter of the other king there, the dead king, she scolds David for dancing in front of the common people like that.
Oh, Saul, King Saul.
Yeah, King Saul, that's the one. And so I want to tell that story, but I don't want to be trapped in a certain. I don't necessarily want to make it like so. I don't know. I'm not feeling it quite yet, so I have to. I've texted them. What's that?
It'll come to you if you're supposed.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for it to come to me though, and the 24-hour comic is just weeks away.
All right. Well, I guess you could have been. Well, I don't know. Just do it. What are you waiting for? Just do it.
Well, I guess the first thing you might have to do is go get the passage, see how long it is. Can you stretch that out into a 20-page comic?
Yeah, actually, I can, because if I take it from where they get it from, like, so the Ark was in, I'll give you the Reader's Digest. The Ark was in one place, and that place was blessed. And so they returned it to King David in Jerusalem. And there's all these like rituals involved, and I'm not sure, but at one point somebody touches the Ark and dies, but I don't think it's actually in this passage. But the Ark was like very powerful, and like there's all sorts of dramatization we can pull off of it.
Yeah, well, it was in I think the Philistines had it, and where their town was having a very bad time with it because of it. And so they gave it back to the Israel, and David didn't want to bring it to Jerusalem because of that. So it ended up going to a different town in Jerusalem. They started getting blessed. So David brought.
Yeah, I actually think that's where the chapter that I'm looking at. I think that's where it starts, because they were blessed, and David says, "Okay, bring it back to Jerusalem." And yeah, that's kind of where the story is. But like I could explore like the fear of the ark bearers. Like if that's not the trip where someone died, I know it was well known that someone had died, so I can call on that to have like David's men kind of discuss it amongst themselves that the ark is so great, and so yeah, we could stretch this 24 pages easy, especially if I do full page spreads.
Yeah.
But the hard part is
or even better, double page spreads.
Well, I was going to say that, but the hard part is the bigger the spread, the more detail you want. And in a 24-hour comic, like if you do it right, you can literally I saw some of them where there wasn't a lot of. It was a masterful use of fewer strokes. Does that
Well,
make
you
sense?
you do it double page spread.
Is that like a 24-hour church?
Yeah, but
I mean, a church built in a day.
Something like that. Yeah.
You do it in a Tim Burton style, like Batman the Animated Series.
All on a black background and just lighten up some stuff.
or Justice League or whatever, Unlimited and all that. Do it in that art quality.
That style of like real quick. If I can master that, I might. But I'm so caught up. Like I'm amazed at artists who switch styles because for me that's difficult. I'm still trying to find my own style and perfect it. And
Or in a respectful way, you can make it into a comedy.
Yeah, that's true. Diana, what were you going to say?
I was going to say that I'm really getting tired and I'm getting ready for bed, but I'm not leaving just yet because I.
All right, so we'll close down at 10. That's 13 minutes away.
Okay.
There's whatchamacallit, a band called the Apologetics. They do a version of that whole story called Dancing Dave.
I should check it out. All the inspiration I can get.
I'm just imagining like he throws the rock at Goliath. Oh, this is a different story, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a little bit further on in David's life.
Oh, dang. Because I had a whole scenario in my head where it'd be like he throws the rock and he turns around and goes, "That's no way that's going to hit the guy." All of a sudden it hits the guy and the guy falls over.
Yeah, but see, unfortunately, you can't do that because David was actually more the opposite. He was very assured.
I was going to say
you could have somebody off screen, one of his brothers or something, say, "Oh, that's not going to hit." But you couldn't have David.
I see what you're saying.
David was such an inspiration because he was like this little pipsqueak with a stone, and he takes on like the Undertaker or Andre the Giant, and just boom, down.
Better idea. He goes, okay. My money says he's not going to make it. And, as soon as he hits, he goes, "Oh, what I meant to say is, $10 says he's going to make it."
Because nobody had any faith in, for lack of a better way of saying it, nobody had any faith in David, let alone God, to actually take Goliath down. Where David came in and he had complete faith in God that he'd be able to take this giant down.
Yep.
Oh, better yet, when he was about to do something wrong, because David did some things wrong in the Bible, right? He goes, what could possibly go wrong?
Well, or you could just simply have David look up to the Goliath and say, "God's about to rock your world."
Hey, so listen, next week, I think, honey, you can help me here. I'm just letting you guys know, but Rabbi Peter is going to be doing a Bible study on Monday nights starting at 7 and goes to 8, I think. And if he does, I'm always there 7 to 8 when he does it.
I thought he wasn't doing it until October.
Was it October? So I know it's coming up.
It's not October next week. No.
Sounds interesting.
But I would highly encourage everybody to give it a listen, even if you think Messiah chips are weird, because he's a really good teacher. And yeah, I think everybody should check him out at least.
But he doesn't start his new stuff until October, which is 2 weeks away.
All right. Well, thank you. I knew it was coming up.
Well, he does sound interesting.
October 4th, you guys, and Chris, we can actually advertise it.
Yeah, and we should actually have him come on the show the week before and promote it because I'd love to introduce you guys to him.
And that would be the 27th. Would be good.
Okay, so I'll reach out to him. Okay. See if he'll come on. Yeah. He came on once or twice before.
Oh yeah, he has. Even if he just stops in for 15 minutes and says hi. But the thing about Rabbi Peter is he's such a different kind of a teacher. Even though he's Messianic and he has Jewish roots, he is very relatable to almost everybody that he meets. So
and we should tell you right now, he has 3 arms. There's a third arm that extends from the back of his
He does not.
Yeah, I'm only playing.
Quit being a liar.
Chris, did you notice that Terry had suggested that you do David versus Goliath for your
I did.
24-hour
Did you not see me post it?
I did not see you.
Yeah, I
post
went
it.
like this. I clicked it, and it was up on the bottom for like, I don't
Yeah,
know,
but
30
you didn't respond. I didn't know.
Oh, well, because if I do David and Goliath, I would have to do it in some sort of like segmented flash forward sort of weird way.
You could do it. You could do it like Rocky.
Yeah. Or I could do it like just as at the end of the story, like kind of tell the legend of David in a comic book way. You know, like when you get to the end of an old comic and they're running out of pages, and all of a sudden there's like these panels that just have 80% text and this little tiny scribble of the character in the corner, and it's like, and all of a sudden Spider-Man became a photographer, went to college, and he married Mary Jane, and they lived for a long, long time together until he made a deal with the devil to save Mary's or save Aunt May. Is that what he did?
Yes,
Something stupid like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they totally destroyed the mythos of Spider-Man.
They destroyed a lot of things.
Well, no, well, yeah, well, with that, they more destroyed his marriage with MJ, which was, I think, a good thing.
Was it?
Yes, I do.
I wasn't a reader when they did it, but I must tell you, I did like Mary Jane a lot. Like I was like very happy for Peter.
I was more like a Wolverine X-Force kind of guy. Spider-Man was not my thing.
Yeah, Spider-Man just, I don't know, there was something about the guy I liked. And I think it was just more the character I built up in my own head based on the original. Because I was really into Stan Lee's, early Spider-Man stuff. And these new writers, I don't know, after a while, they weren't anything like Stan Lee.
Imagine that.
After a while, they weren't. I think from the beginning they weren't.
But I mean, at least initially he had like editor-in-chief reigns and kind of had a little bit of pull. But once we got like to where he wasn't, the editor-in-chief anymore, and they pulled away from his initial replacement, it got further and further away from that, original blueprint of what makes a Marvel comic a Marvel comic.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jim Shooter did a lot of damage, even though I loved everything he did. But like every time you progress, you run the risk of losing some of your past and some of your
you got to try and make sure you stay true,
to what your values were when you got there.
I don't know. Comic books for me were like late 80s or 90s, and that's that. Everything past that, it just got weirder and weirder, and then here we are.
The problem with comics in general, at least the superhero stuff, is that we love Bruce as Batman, we love Thing as Spider-Man, Peter as Spider-Man, but we keep trapped in their lives, and it's when you see Superman having a kid, he's able to pass on, and then when you go and do that, at least when he had Jonathan Kent, he was able to pass it on, pass on his ideals and all that. So eventually, I guess what I'm trying to say is too many times they set up the legacies, but the legacies never take over.
Right.
Huh.
And eventually, as much as we like Bruce and Clark and all that, you have to pass on the torch.
Hey
And
guys,
sometimes
That's interesting, though.
I'll say this: sometimes, in order to save something, so you have to let some things die.
Well, if we want to get like really deep, Jesus died to save everyone. Then he rose again.
That's true.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a pattern that we try to mimic all the time.
If I can get that far in my comics, I would like to try and make. I'm going to set up legacy characters, and I would like to sort of try and pass it on, or pass them on. Eventually, so the Flame, whoever's the Flame's legacy is going to be, or the Canadian Shield, he passes the suit on to somebody. Who knows who at this point, but.
And the really cool thing is, if you've got characters that can do that, you can retro con your characters anytime you need to. Like if you think something's not working, boom,
Right.
suits up, and you just move it on. And I've got a couple like that too. But that's a great comic flexibility that you don't necessarily have like in Hollywood or anything. They try, but it's not as easy. Ooh, the Phantom. So now we're down to the 4-minute warning.
So I
hang
sent you something via Twitter.
Let's see,
It's an update on Melvin Half.
Oh,
cool.
you got your Twitter back?
Yeah, I had to start a new email and use somebody else's phone number.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Yep. So the number attached to my Twitter profile is from the Philippines.
Lovely.
Isn't it?
Wow.
Very nice.
Yeah, yes. Let everybody see it.
Let me see if I can. I'm sure I can. Let me see how though. How do I
Let the
open
people see my awesomeness.
it?
Actually, it's Sherwood's awesomeness, but it's my character, so I'm the boss.
All right, hang on. I think I can do it this way.
Who do you think you are, Bruce Springsteen? No.
Bruce Springsteen.
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
Oh my God, you guys. This is why I need to stop at 9:30. You're all crazy. In a good way.
Yes, I am.
Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I can't get it to save out of Twitter right, but I got a better idea. Here we go. I got it. This is gonna work. Trust me. Stop doubting me, everyone. Oh yeah, I definitely know what I'm doing now. Here we go. Window. Let's see if we can find this now. It should be like, shoot, hang on. Yeah, it's not where it should be. Where is it? Oh no. Okay, so I'll just do it this way. Yeah.
Or that way, or some way. And Mighty Geek would like to remind Diana that her character sketch is due on Wednesday.
Dear God, I know. Oh my God, I've already pulled it out. I've been working on it. All right, what's
Have you
this?
commissioned anybody?
This is an update on
it's a
one of the
word
pages
sketch.
from Melvin Half.
Oh, very cool.
Cool.
It's so it's kind of giving the character more of a background.
That's always
It
good.
takes place before issue 1, so.
That's good, especially with people like me who, read stuff. And like I said, I really enjoyed the 2 comics that I purchased. And I'm going to read them again because they were
It's alive.
Yeah. Okay.
You had a long day, Diana.
The 30-second countdown.
6:30. I've had a 10-hour day at work.
Yeah, we're in the last minute, babe. So if you got anything to add or to subtract,
I thank you guys for coming. We love you so much, and we just, for Timothy, we pray and hope that your creative project is just amazingly good, and it does exactly what you want it to do.
Hallelujah, and then some.
And then some. Because I never put expectations on it. It's like, Father, what do you want? Like for the Hero Shack press business, I'm like, God, what do you want us to do with this? I want to make sure that people know that we love Jesus and we love him, but not in a way that's going to prevent people that don't love Jesus to stay away. I don't want to be like pushy or anything like that. But yeah, that's our foundation.
So yeah. So everybody have a great week. We're gonna.
Yes, I'm going to Florida next week, you guys. I'm leaving next Monday.
Yeah.
We're going to be at the Manchester, the Granite State Comic Con this weekend coming, and then we have.
You guys are going to so many conventions.
Oh my God! I can't even.
This weekend, you're at a Comic-Con this weekend?
We are at a Comic-Con. We'll be talking about that more on Wednesday night. But yes, we are at Comic-Con. this weekend. We leave Friday
It's
night.
a show in Manchester called Granite State Comic Con, I think.
Yes, Granite State Comic Con. Yeah, we have a lot. We have a lot of Comic Cons. It's making me crazy. But anyway, I digress. God bless you, gentlemen. Thank you for taking part in God Chat. It's been amazing as usual. And Terry, I promise you, I will have some sort of a written character sketch written with words, not a drawn. I do not draw, but yes, I have remembered.
Not yet.
All right, guys, I'm bouncing the studio. So